Hey YouTube, coming at you with a Great League team from Cartman who said, account is as old as 2016, didn't start playing every day until January 2024, discovered GBL and got hooked. I'm no means a pro player, usually barely hit veteran. Part of that probably is I do not stick to one team very often, which I know is recommended for elo climbing, correct? Feel free to roast me on my gameplay, I won't be offended. My buddy says I gotta work on timing and energy management. I came up with this team on my own, thought it was spicy and meta at the same time. Bulky, spammy, including some top lefts. I recorded, yada. I believe I went around 18-7 the whole day. I think I should probably be running Earth Power instead of Wrap, or Seed Bomb, quite honestly. I decided on Wrap. I decided that, and also Toads should probably lead the game and Stunfisk should be in the back row. I kept everything the same, yada. I appreciate the straight up opinions on GBL, Niantic, gameplay, and insights on battling. Never submitted before. Figured you'd be first. Okay, well, thanks for submitting. Yeah, so the team itself, I think you cover, it's a pretty balanced team, right? You have Stunfisk, which is weak to water and ground. Dusclops is your safe swap, and TOEDSCRUEL in the back, which will resist the ground for sure because of the grass, and it is neutral to water because you are half ground yourself. So kind of the unique typing in the ground grass. Yeah, usually you do want some sort of earth power, but you know what? I've seen it go with Seed Bomb a couple times already. Quicker to get to. You're already doing enough damage with the slaps anyway, so you could just kind of go for the quicker moves as an option. So let's take a look at it in action and see how it plays. Azumarill, pretty good lead, but you are actually weak to water and ice too, so they could play this matchup out if they want to. So 14 there, okay, that's good timing. Yeah, ideal is throwing it on 7, 14 versus the 15 bubbles. So landing that and then trying to catch. Yeah, it's one of those things where you could play out the lead if you want to, or if you want to just use Dusclops as that sponge, you can do that too. Altaria, oh man, I have not seen Altaria in a long time. But ice is double super effective on the flying and dragon, so these ice punches are chipping real hard. This will take out if they don't shield. And now you have a decision to make. You let this go. Yeah, you can let this go. You have to come back in Stunfisk because, yeah, Toad would Mudslap would do nothing. This is only neutral because Dragon resists electric, but flying takes super effective, so this is only neutral. Can we get the farm down before they get to move? Yes, that's nice. We have a shield. The Azumarill comes in. Ooh, it's a Quagsire, so I would get out. Yeah, this is kind of like almost wasted energy because TOEDSCRUEL's got to like sweep here. But I guess chipping here is fine. Again, water is neutral. I don't know. I haven't played with this Pokemon. I know it's like a Tentacruel. No, Mud Bomb is resisted because you're half grass. And at this point, should be in a good spot, but you are double weak to ice. Grass is weak to ice, ground is weak to ice, so you need to shield up all these moves that are coming your way here. And if they throw a second one before you get to your Seed Bomb, you definitely shield that too. But you will get to the Seed Bomb. That Mudslap Seed Bomb combo can definitely put some pressure on your opponent. And with a shield advantage, you are in a good spot to take that matchup. Carbink, great lead. Rock is resisted. They're going to get out probably. What are you doing? Why did you instant swap? Okay. Go back to my video on yesterday where I told at the end of the video I went into a 10-minute discussion about the difference between your ace and veteran and stuff like that, and knowing the matchups and all that. And this is a prime example of when you said here, usually barely hit veteran. And getting out of a Stunfisk against a Carbink shows me that is very much true. Because Stunfisk is one of the hardest answers to Carbink in this game. So you definitely stay in that matchup. So the fact that they instant swapped, which made sense because it was a terrible matchup. The fact that you instant swapped is not good. And the fact that you both simultaneously swapped and now you have a Greninja on your Dusclops puts you in a world of trouble here because you have no moves for this Pokemon. They have the super effective Night Slashes. If they want, they could over farm and come out with a ton of energy too and take you out and keep switch. And water super effective on stunfisk because you're half ground. So really putting you in a tricky spot here. Stunfisk comes back in. Again, these hydros super effective. So not hydros, like water shuriken, the water. And this will be super effective. We're going to try and run with TOEDSCRUEL in the back here. So, I mean, you are half ground and grass on TOEDSCRUEL, so you would double resist. No, single resist. The rock, unfortunately, is a charm Ninetales, and I think at this point, they just double shield the charm and take you out. So here comes the first move, Weather Ball. Would have been very super effective, but we end up shielding Rep. Lowers what? The attacker defense. And they instant swap, which is like potentially one of your only win cons. So you should be over farming like crazy here. Shield, you have to shield and over farm. Like almost commit as much as you can to the farm down. No, this isn't going to work, especially with you giving up so much energy so quick. You have to commit to the over farm there. Now they're just going to come charm you and they have a shield advantage. Yeah, this is a pretty bad one on your end here. So getting to a move which they will shield, but this game is beyond over. Yeah, getting out of that lead was bad. The energy management at the back there, you need to over farm, learn to commit there. Okay, good. You get out of way too many leads, my man. So again, this is one thing that I also covered as part of like what separates the ace to the, I should just do a full video on this. But basically what separates ace and veteran and expert is giving, like when there's 3 win cons, right? Switch advantage, energy, and shield advantage. So you are running a balanced team. You are double weak to ice actually, but you are running an otherwise balanced team. If you see an even lead, there is absolutely no reason to lead that matchup. And again, because switch advantage is one of the 3 sort of win cons you have. So to immediately give it up when you're in an even matchup lead makes no sense. You play that lead matchup out 10 times out of 10 there with this team comp. So getting out of the lead into dusclops, getting hit with a drapion, which drapion will resist all the ghost moves. So we're throwing some non-stab ice punches here. You do resist the poison, but 2 crunches will take you out. Do land the second ice punch, and they are over farming. You'll live 1 crunch, but they're going to have to go back to back here. Do you get to a shadow punch? Maybe if they don't know it's an ice punch, you may grab a shield here. Yeah, okay, so you do grab a shield, and then give up switch again. So, I mean, Annihilate's neutral, so maybe it comes back in, or maybe they have a hard answer in the back here. Nope, they do not have a good answer, so that's fine. We have we had shield advantage. We have energy advantage now too, and they did not capitalize on the switch. So, all in all, you're okay in the ending here. We're going to give this up too. You can live this. It's just probably, oh no, it's an ice punch. Oh, actually, you still live an ice punch. Yes, I forget that Stunfist actually has some sneaky bulk here. So landing the mud bomb does a lot of damage. I'm gonna come in here and resist the counters, have a move, throw that ice punch. Nope, charge bug comes in. So yeah, I forget what does more, non-stab ice punch or stab shadow punch. But now you resist very resist the electric. Yeah, bug is still super effective on the grass, so you have to shield that, but electric is double resisted. Here comes a drapion, and crunch would hurt, but not as much as the X scissor. So you kind of just let this go, knowing that the volt switches are double resisted on the ground. Triple resisted? Double resisted on the ground, single on the grass? Yeah, so they have nothing of a fast move pressure in there. Again, I would be playing this one out. Okay, this one you're playing out, which is correct. But now I'm wondering why you're so inconsistent. Both 2-turn fast moves, so yeah, it does not really matter when you throw here. Landing the first mud bomb. Actually, they shield right away. And yeah, put that pressure on those shields. They'll live 1 mud bomb, so they can just let this go. burning both shields. Interesting. So they burnt both shields early. Get to the Rage Fist. So the only thing is they're going to be like very boosted. Okay. I mean, this will chip. My only concern is you burned a shield here. If you let them farm you down, they may have a triple boosted Rage Fist for the dusclops, which would be very unfortunate to take. Yeah, so that just puts you in the yellow. And again, you have, yeah, and there's your Feraligatr. Hydro's still neutral, so this is going to chip you to at least half. Okay. Yeah, TOEDSCRUEL is pretty bulky, so I guess not surprising that this is 2. Got to shield this, though. Maybe get a little more energy. No, okay. Annihilate in the back. A Primeape Annihilate combo here, which is a crazy team. But yeah, because you know what? I still think I was gonna say I still think you lose, but this, I forgot, counter is very resisted, double resisted on the ghost, and the spam on this thing is very real. Yeah, so you do still win in the ending. I thought you threw that one, but you know, dusclops is just so tanky and counters double resisted. So okay, correct leave. Yeah, you had no play. So you have absolutely no play on the lead there against their Whimsicott. So alarm bells should be going off in your head. Oh, geez, you have no play in the back either. See, if this was a more balanced team and you saw that lead and you kind of recognize I have no play against it, you would be otherwise fighting for swap here because you're like, I can't do anything on the lead. I have to go to my back Pokemon. Your back Pokemon can't do anything either. It can do wrap. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to come in here, try and force it out. Okay. Out comes a Tink, which you are hitting super effective with the Mud Slaps. Unfortunately, your moves are resisted. What was that? A Bulldoze? Play Rough? What was that? Play Rough. Okay, so opting to shield the Play Rough. You have to commit to the farm down. Okay. You need a bunch of wraps, but the... Yeah, this is... Farmed in... That's tough. You know what? I actually kind of like... I wasn't counting either, and I like the play. I think you had to. I think you had to try and commit to the farm down and come out with a ton of energy here because you need these wraps for the jump up... For not the jump off. For the Whimsicott here. So here comes the second wrap. You know, a grass move would be neutral here, so it would chip. Does chip. Mud. Can we get to another move? We can. This should put... You already hit it twice, so this should put pressure on the second shield here. And Ice Punch Snipe. It will take it out. Unless the game decides no, because this game is brutal. But no, you do take it out and then fast move down. Even though they've legged out. Yeah, nice. I like the end game there. I like that you're like committed because you knew you needed charge moves for that Pokemon. So yes. Jumpluff. So Jumpluff is a good matchup unless they have Energy Ball. Then is a very bad matchup. And you do not want to find out which is the case. And they just bank that energy. Which tells me the case may be... could be Energy Ball. Because if they had an Acrobatics, they may have wanted to dump it on you. You know... I know the typings are different on TOEDSCRUEL and Stunfisk. The secondary typings of Electric and Grass. The clear weaknesses to grass Pokemon is very prevalent here. Thundershock, Mud Bomb, Discharge all being resisted on grass, and then Mud Slap and Sea Bomb being resisted on grass. So it kind of puts you in a really tricky spot. Man, you jump around a lot. So back into this Stunfisk matchup, and they're loaded with energy here. So if they didn't throw before and they're coming back in this matchup now, there's like a 98% chance it's a Energy Ball here because there's no reason to come in this matchup if they don't have it. And the energy ball lands. Can we get to one more? Not before they get to a move off. And where do you go from here? Back to dusclops. Yeah, you have to. And just kind of... Man. Ooh, okay. I guess you just kind of have to take this aerial ace, get to a move. Yes, anything. Just chip it into mud slap range if you can. That's fine. I would almost instant swap. Not the right move here. Ice is resisted on the water. The mud slaps are super effective though. I have no idea what the moves are. Yeah, I would also shell because I have no idea. Razor shell. Not a good move. So after seeing one razor shell, I would let the second razor shell go because razor shell is a terrible move. Steelix back in, but I guess Steelix is so low. I guess you could opt to shield here. I forgot how bad Steelix is here. And they're just saving both shields for the next matchup. Okay. Jump off again. So again, we'll just kind of play this out. Nope. We're going to be extremely inconsistent. Pyroar comes in and resists every move. You know, again, you probably should have played the lead out. And if they had energy ball, it would have been tough, but you probably play the lead out. It's the inconsistency that's actually driving me up the wall worse. Like, not knowing the matchups, not knowing all the typings and something, that stuff, like, potentially understandable. Playing one way in one matchup and completely different in the matchup on the same lead is is interesting. Okay. So now we burn one shield. Out comes the jump fluff. And again, mud slap, you can't really do anything here. They do have an energy ball. And I get it. Like, energy stunfisk against... yeah, you're tough. Stunfisk against an energy ball jump fluff is a terrible, terrible matchup. So maybe you saw the energy ball in the previous one and thought, I have no chance against this. I got to get out of it. Maybe. There a lot more. Did PV Poke update that, or is everyone just decided that this is the moveset they're going to run now? I feel like everyone. I feel like someone. I feel both PV Poke and a content creator showcased acrobatics on jump off. Yeah, it's still shadow jump off, still acrobatics. Maybe the non-shadow jump off is energy ball. Yes, the non-shadow recommended is energy ball. Interesting. Okay. Because I feel like everyone was using aerial ace energy ball, even on the shadow. And then everyone, a content creator and someone, and maybe PV Poke, changed acrobatics onto shadow jump off. And everyone's like, oh yeah, acrobatics is the move. But over the past, like, month, I think the go-to move on jump off has been acrobatics. It has been energy ball. I've seen energy ball on like 75 to 80% of the Pokemon now. I guess maybe it's a meta change. But no, the meta's like what? Poison and steel and bug. That flying would still be better. But I guess there's enough ground in this meta. There's always been ground in this meta that energy ball hits better there. Okay. Yeah, so Bullet Seed, Credilli putting up a lot of pressure on your Pokemon here. Coming in eventually. So taking the move on Dusclops, but getting the Dedenne, which spams like crazy. And with decent damage on that parabolic charge, as you can see there, putting up a... Man. Dedenne putting up that sort of pressure with parabolic charge is really, really tough at times, eh? Okay. Getting to the Shadow Punch. Did take it down to the red. Their IVs bad. Their IVs must be bad on the other ones, the other side here, because it seems like, yeah. I mean, you. I don't think I need to tell you. You need to get that off before you burn that shield. Because now losing switch and going down shield is the worst combo here. What was it saying? Oh, the IVs. Because those attacks seem to really hurt on both ends. I feel like that Dedenne put out a lot of damage on you, but also took a lot of damage on dusclops, which is not a real attack-heavy Pokemon. So they make a catch on Jellicent, and with that, this game is over. Jellicent resisting the wrap. Also, in terms of resistances, wrap as a normal type move is resisted on the rock of Credilli. So you need to go Seed Bomb, which is neutral, and wrap is resisted. So yeah, there is definitely some not moveset, but like typing issues that I see. Again, if I was gonna call out 2 or 3 things, you need to know your typings. I think you jump around too much and give up switch too often, and you're very inconsistent with your plays. Half the time deciding to do one thing and then in the exact same matchup doing the other thing the other time. So like those are the big 3 that I would say are probably holding you back from making it a little further in your GBL journey. So here comes a Grass Knot. That is neutral. That will take you out. Umbreon. I'm not, geez, spoken about Pokemon I haven't seen in forever. Umbreon and Altaria in one set here. I guess it's more than one set, but in one showcase. Okay, and a foul play. Oh, this is going to take a while. Okay, so yeah, you just stay in this lead. You both spam the crap out of each other, and then we'll see who takes it in the ending here. It's going to take like 4 moves from each of you to take out. You need to work, fast move optimization. I saw 4 versus 6, and I've seen a letting them get a full fast move on that one previous here. So definitely letting them get a little more energy generation than they need to. Okay, we're both on the yellow here. Can we get to another move? We can. I think they'll probably live, but with a couple HP. They're going to move off. That is fine. I think you let this go and just either, I guess, Mud Slap down. You live with 1 HP. Interesting. You can now argue like you can Hex down. But just going to go for the Mud Slap. No, the Hex is too high. And it's a Wiggly Tough. So I would go Wrap here because it lowers the defense. Did we agree on that? And by agree, I mean confirm that. It is defense. So yeah, no, I wouldn't catch this. I would just commit to the shield. Stay in that matchup. I guess Swift is resisted, so you can argue it's a good catch. The reason I would stay in the matchup, I would have shielded and stayed in the matchup because you could have slapped down, come out with energy, wrapped your opponent that would have been down to 1 Pokemon, and lowered its defense substantially. Like multiple times, potentially, depending on how much energy you had loaded there. Now you caught, great. You now let them come in with their Greninja. Greninja's pretty glassy though, so these are really adding up. And I guess you did catch, so you actually may win this still. You got to commit both shields here though, because the charms are otherwise going to take you. Oh, it's so low. Those Mud Slaps really put in work, eh? Going for the wrap to lower its Water Shuriken going through. Again, inconsistent, because if you were on the other end, you definitely get that. And winning with the Mud Slaps, crazy. Yeah, the consistency. The only thing more inconsistent than your play is the game. Sorry. This freaking game. It seems like 100% of the time when I come in, 1 turn leg, I'm not even seeing the move. And just like we saw there, your opponent getting the full fast move through. It's so inconsistent when that 1 turn leg happens. I know a bunch of people said there's the 1 turn showcase there. I forgot. I've not seen the video by, who was it, Ilkum? I haven't seen the video yet. I'll have to go check it out because I got to try it because I'm going crazy. Like I don't want to play this game right now. It's not just the 1 turn leg. It's the just general legginess of the game is it's at a absolute worst right now. It's very, very frustrating. It just, yeah. Anyways, thanks for submitting. Thanks for watching. League turnover tomorrow. 2 leagues both Ultra League, a limited Ultra and an open Ultra. So we'll talk about that tomorrow and go over what we're going to do for the week, because it is going to be many less videos than normal. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.